hardest thing to do, man. Forgive yourself. It's the hardest thing. And what a feather. What was a mouse then? Yeah, it's hard to forgive yourself, and because of that, it's hard to forgive others. Like the things we've done, the things we've said, where we've acted. You know, I'm not forgiving myself on everything, but you know, some of the things I'm working through. I'm figuring it out. I'm figuring out why I've been such a cunt. Why I was in such a mindset at times and I said certain things. And this isn't like, I'm not trying to get a pity party. I really don't give a fuck about pity parties. The signal's pretty shit. But really good. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's not like a pity party or anything. What you're just saying. Yeah, try and get this fucking stood up. Gotta make something to stand it upon. I'm just gonna have to hold it. So yeah, to get the context what I've just started to speak on for those that have just joined. Not many people actually just yet, but it is what it is. Yeah, just been saying about been driving through the north of the country, just up on the east coast, and you know, just contemplating a lot of things we've done, things we've seen, things we've been, things we've said, and trying to figure out how to forgive, not other people, but to forgive myself. And I've been trying to do this for years. You know, some of the things I've done have been pretty horrendous, been terrible, in fact. And you know, right down to lying, and even the smallest lies create the biggest problems. I mean, the first lie ever created the rest of the lies, because all the other lies had to support that lie, and therefore the lie just got bigger and bigger until it popped, and it's finally popped. So yeah, forgiveness. Where does forgiveness start? Well, you can't give it out if you haven't got it. If you can't give yourself forgiveness, then how give other people forgiveness? And you know, we're all quick to point the finger, but people aren't so quick to forgive. Not forget, just forgive. And I've just been sat there forgiving myself for the things, not all of them, just some of them. There's still things I have to work through. There's still things that I need to figure out and see where the wound come from, why my mindset was what it was, why I decided to do the things I've done. Not in all situations, because I can't remember them all, can we? Someone's going to remind you at some point. They're going to go, "Oh yeah, how much of a prick you, what do you mean?" I go, "No, was I? I thought it was alright. No, you're a prick. Okay then. Right, why was he a prick? What happened? Why did it happen? What did I do to you?" You know, there's lots of questions to be answered. And they should all be answered. You know, all questions are there to be answered. If it wasn't a question to be answered, then why would the question be the question? Anyway, so you can't forgive others if you can't forgive yourself. You can't expect to give to others what you haven't got for yourself. That includes love, you know, even the horrible ones, you know, jealousy, bitterness, anger. If you've got anger in yourself, you'll be angry at other people. If you're angry at yourself for some reason, it's most likely because you haven't forgiven yourself, or you've done something you shouldn't have done, or something you should have done that you didn't do. You know, there's a lot of things, there's a lot of working parts. Anyway, so I'm moving on now to the next part, which is I've put a load of bullet points together. I need to start speaking a bit more, as I've said before, and I'll keep trying, and confidence gets hit pretty hard. You know, your situations, your circumstances that you're in, the people that you're around and you're blending with, that all, you know, all plays a part. So anyway, I don't know if my signal's any good here. I don't know if it's not working. Give me a second. I'm not getting the right signal for this. That might be better now. No, it's not. Here we are. It's better. Yeah, man. So I've got some bullet points here, and I want to run off them each one. So this is a bit of a lesson, really. This is more of a just a brush up on what we do and don't know. To remember, because no one I love sending you love and all. Yeah, thank you, darling. Really appreciate it, Jodie. It all counts, man. So, I'm not here to teach. I'm here as a student. I'm here learning as well. We're all learning together. Some are a little bit more in front than others because, you know, they started off a bit earlier in school, learning from the pupils, seeing it for what it is, absorbing what they're seeing and dissecting it, deciphering it, decoding it. So, yo, bro, you're like, yeah, I am Dave. You alright, brother? Good to see you sometime soon, bro. We've got the ginger beard with a bit of grey going in there now, mate. Looking at a bit of distinguishment. I'm a distinguished gentleman. And I'm just trying to get that fucking vibe back, bro. You know, where I used to be, bouncing around all the time, having fun, having giggles, playing games, joking, prodding and poking. You know, just having fun, man, because I haven't done that for a long time. I thought I had, and I haven't. You know, I've been acting it, but I haven't been doing it. I haven't been feeling it. And I really need to start feeling it again. So, yeah. So, what I'm doing here is I'm not actually teaching you anything. So, what I'm doing here is I'm not actually teaching you anything. Life's teaching you what you need to learn. You're in the university of life. I'm making you remember, because I'm remembering too. And this is all about remembering now. We're remembering who we are, what we're about, what the world is, who they are, what they've done to us, why they've done it to us. You know, remembering a lot of things that haven't been written down and put in front of us. We're running blind, basically. We've been thrown in the deep end, and to be sat there without grades at the side of your name, degrading you, without having them at the side of your name, feeling that you're not good enough because you haven't got that mark. Well, actually, we don't need them marks, because we're in the university of life and every day is a learning day. Life's for living and learning. If you're not living to learn, you're not learning to live. Vice versa, it works both ways. So you need to get out there and get it. You need to go out there and risk it. If you're not risking it for a biscuit, you're not living life, and that's a fact. And sometimes you've got to leave people behind, and they'll catch up eventually. And sometimes they're going to be gone for good, like dead weight, and that's unfortunate, but this is life. And you know, we need to be more stoic. I think I need to be more stoic. Less of this emotional stuff too much, because I'm a very emotional man. I need to just switch it off at times and know when it's right and know when it's wrong. That is that. So, moving on. Finally, we're getting there. Rush, you good? Jodie, you good? Who else is here? I don't know who's here actually. Let me have a look. Say hi. And I've got two people now. Only two. Russ Harris and Jodie Bailey. Right, so two people in class. I've got 6 people in here. Probably just fucking lying to me. It's technology, all lies. Fucking lying bastard things they are. Why do you think they call it handheld? Because it's holding your hand. It's like directing you, it's guiding you the wrong way. Literally handheld. We used to have handheld books, now we've got handheld apple with a bite taken out of it. So it's leading you down the wrong path. Ashtray. So you're burning you. Do you know what I mean? I'm not happy about that, but I'm just saying, like, it's fucking pretty obvious. So, you know, we do need to get away from technology, or we need to change the technology. We need to change it to technology that works for us, that isn't depriving us, it isn't destroying us, it isn't pulling us apart and bleaching us, because that's what it's all about. Yeah, I'm good, brother. Good to you. So, everything is vibration, from sound to matter. We live in frequency-based universe. So if everything is vibration, they're trying to pull your vibe down, because the lower the vibration, the denser you are. So you need to start high vibing. We all need to start high vibing together. We need to start vibrating higher, so we can move faster and we can grow quicker. Vibration. Good. I'm glad you're good. Goodly, godly, godly, goodly. It's all good, God. Gospels are God spells. God spells are good spells. Good spells are God spells. It works, doesn't it? So, words are spells, the language we use to create the inner and outer reality. So you are a cell phone. You have got trillions of cells within your body. Each one of them vibrate to your intent, your feeling, your energy, your emotion. Your body is literally a cellular phone. It's transmitting and receiving. You're a walkie-talkie telephone, all right? You tell yourself what you need to tell yourself. In my head, I'm telling myself things all the time, so I'm obviously telecommunicating with myself. I'm obviously speaking to myself. I'm obviously got, you know, I'm on, sometimes I'm on loudspeaker. A lot of times I'm on loudspeaker, like, no, in a monologue, which is sometimes not good. sometimes not cool, sometimes we say the wrong things and we just kept in our fucking heads. So yeah, slow connection again. It says I've got fucking 5G here. Lying bastards. Absolute lying bastards. Right, so anyway, can you see me? Can you hear me? Put some thumbs up if you're getting this and you're getting it clear. If it's in and out and you're not getting it, then let me know, because I can move then. It says I've got like 2 bars and 5G. I don't believe in 5G, like, but you know, someone's got 2 bars. No more than 2, because that'd be a prison cell. Most likely. I think 3's minimum for a prison cell, innit? 3 bars. Anyone? Yeah, you getting it? We're good? Yeah, was that you, Russ? Yes, brother, you good, Johnny? We've had these conversations, you know what's going on. So, yeah, so words are spells, the language. Language means long, you age. Have you read the book Power by Rhonda Byrne? It changed my whole outlook on coping with my feelings and how I deal with them. No, I haven't, and I'll be completely honest with you, and it's a bit of a disability. I find it hard to read books. Like, I've never read a book from front to back, except when I was in jail at one time, for a long time. And give me enough time to read it, and it was Sniper 1, and check the beard. Yeah. Can't see the jawline now, mate, but it's there. It's fucking solid. So, literally, I read a book called Sniper 1. Oh no, I read 2 books actually, and Pretty Boy Roy Shaw. Really enjoyed them books. And I'm trying to get my way through the Bible bit at a time. It's quite complicated, and we're not really taught or guided in reading it as youngsters around our local communes now. There's not really much of the Bible being read at all, really. I think it's not nice, but it's also good as well, because people can come to it and it's not really forced down. Think of this, right? If you're born into a family where they push a family where they push the Bible on you and push God onto you, then God's been there from the start, and you haven't been without God, which is a good thing. It's a good thing, but do you really truly fully understand and know the experience of not having God in your life, of not fully understanding what God is as a whole, as a holistic thing? Because if you didn't know what God was, but then you find God, it's so much more of a beautiful thing to find God when you didn't know what God was, or you didn't believe in God. Because it's like finding your car keys when you want to go out, and you've been wanting to go out for an hour, you're looking everywhere for them, you can't find them, and all of a sudden you find them, you go, fucking hallelujah, and then everything's good. And when everything's good like that, you know, you've got your car, you're whizzing around again, you feel amazing, you're back in your car, you drive a seat, sun's out, arms out, guns out, and you're feeling good, because you know you're looking for them keys. You didn't realise, you know, how long it takes to get them. You know what I mean? And that's a good thing. It's a nice way of looking at it. How you doing, bro? Why don't you get on TikTok live? You can generate income and create a platform for yourself. I don't know how to do it, mate. I get really anxious, to be honest. I get really anxious to look at this. I'm literally stepping back out now, and I can feel a little bit of anxiety, but not as much as I have done. I'm trying to drop the fear. And the fear was literally, I didn't feel like I was good enough. Like I wasn't worthy enough to speak the things I'm speaking, to know the things I'm knowing, and to be able to put it out there and people actually accept it for what it is. And not everyone's going to accept it. Not everyone can hear you. Not everyone's going to be hearded the right way. Not everyone's going to want to hear it. Like, especially because it's me. Like, some people just don't fucking like me, and I go, well, I don't want to hear it because it's him. And I go, well, okay then, that's fine. That's on you. That's not on me. I'm not judging. So me neither, but it made me realise our thoughts become our feelings, which then become our actions, and it's so right. Yes, it is, yeah. And you know, we've all been in a state of depression for that, a deep rest. Been in a deep rest for a long time. We've been under cardiac arrest. We've literally been in a long coma, or a comma, a long pause, where we've been in stasis, and this has caused stagnation. This has caused dead water. You know, water needs to flow, needs to move, needs to swish and swirl. It needs to create them spirals and spirits. You know, it creates life. I don't know if you know this, but when water runs down a stream and it hits rocks and stuff in it, it gives it life. It literally creates energy. It creates living water, structured water. It's mad, that, isn't it? Structured water. But they want to give you right angles in pipes, right angles, and it creates pressure, and it doesn't help at all. It literally kills your water. Absolutely destroys your water. So the water you're drinking is not living water, it's dead water. And if you're a living being and you've got water inside you, you want to be putting good, conscious, structured, molecular structured water within you, You want to get all your minerals and get all that good stuff, you know what I mean? It's got salts in there. I'm at a lake here now, I'll probably drink out of that. But you know, I'll go find a spring around here somewhere and drink it. Because I'm not drinking bottled water best I can. And if it happens down again, it's only because it has to. It's not because I want to. But then again, if you're drinking a bit of shit water now and again, I suppose it gets your body prepared and keeps your fighting army going, doesn't it? So it's good stuff, man. You know, and this is all common sense. Ultimately, this is all common sense. We should all be born into the families of knowing that know this. And if knowledge was free, and we're all gaining knowledge from each other that's free, and we wasn't charging each other for knowledge like I'm not doing here now, then what would happen is we'd live in a world that's free to live in, because everyone would know the things they need to know, and then we'd be working how they need to work, and there'd be no deceit, because everyone would get what they fucking need, and everyone would get what they want. And it ain't about getting what you want, it's about getting exactly what you need. Alright, so moving on anyway, because I do rant on about some subjects. So language, well, I believe they've changed the vowels around. They've messed with our vowels, our vowel to L, our vowel to L, and it's changed how we speak, you know, word, wisdom, wisdom, freedom, world or world spelt with an I, so we're all being whirled into existence with a Fibonacci spiral of spirit. You know, you're actually born in a fetal position, which is a spiral. You are born in a fetal position, like a little Kayla cube. You're born like a little, like a question mark to question everything. But you're born literally from the tailbone. Your spine is a Fibonacci. You're telling the fib, you're telling the tail. You're born from the tailbone, running from the bottom of the spine to the top to the head, from hell to heaven, from top to bottom, from gut to the top to the brain. So yeah, long you age, the sentences you give to others and the sentences you give to yourself destroy your body and destroy their body or their feelings and gives them their beliefs. It destroys their doubts of themselves, and therefore they start to fall apart. So language is very important, and how we speak to each other is very important too. You know, like the tone, the vibe. You know, if you mean well by it, the intent, tabernacle, the tent, intent. This is your mind. You know, this is where the Ark of the Covenant is, inside your mind. So everything that's in the Bible is in the mind. Everything that's in the Bible is in your body. It's your body of work, your spine. So yeah, moving on. Long you age, sentencing yourself to life or death. Right, okay, next one. Where'd that go now? All sorts of meshes here. So, are we still involved? We're still on? Yeah, we are. We've got 8 people, 7 people. Not that it matters, because I'll keep up anyway. I need to stop fucking deleting them. Right, so language has been weaponized. We've been tricked by scripture and legal words we didn't consent to. So there's certain words they put in a dictionary to dictate to you how to live. A dictionary is needed for a dictator to dictate with dictums and dictions. And this is the definition of the words. Definition. Because, you know, there's dualistic definitions to words, and they use them for the bad reasons. They flip the script in courts because they know how to use the words. That's why they want you to go and speak your piece or speak in the dock. So this is all down to word. Now I'll give you a bit of a deeper one on the word, yeah. I did this the other week actually. I think I did this on the other week. So oh, not me. Okay, no worries. So doing Forrest Gump wave. So how do you think, reason or rhyme, how do you identify yourself and give yourself descriptions and tags and labels without words? And not we all need to be tagged or labelled, but how? Jock you out, brother. How do you do any of that without knowing what words are? How do you even describe the world? Describe. It's all scripture, it's all scribed. It's all geometry and sigils and you know, markings, signs, symbols. So we speak these symbols with our tongue, and that creates the world around us, because everything is sign. It all starts with sign language, signature, sign nature, the nature, and sign of the nature. So without words, there's nothing actually here because vibration is word. Does that make sense so far? Give me some thumbs up, yeah, because I need, so you know, if you're getting involved in these lives, it'd be nice to get a bit more interaction with people, because it really, it does, I need interaction, me. I do need interaction, we all need interaction. Isolation is death, and community, you know, conversation, interaction with people, being reciprocal, this is where we need to be. We need to be talking to each other. Because if we're not showing each other our appreciation and love and reciprocating what we're giving out, if we're not getting that reciprocated back, then it's just a dead end. It might as well be a dead call and just hang the fucking phone up. So if it's resonating with you and it makes sense, or you got any questions on any of this at all, then please put it in the comments. And this goes not just for now, but from now on, because you know, it knocks it, not begging it, really not, but it knocks your confidence. It really does knock confidence when you think that people are just watching and like that. Like maybe just gobsmacked and thinking that I'm even getting through. Is it making sense? And if it's not, then I'm even fucking speaking. So, right, moving on. Next one. Loving it, bro. Thank you, Paul. Yeah, man. Thank you. Hands up. So, moving on. Quick time. Just so you know, right, I want people to know this. When I get this book done, completed, I want to be able to sell the book, not just for me, but the money coming back from it, I want to put towards my boy first and foremost, and my little girl, and I want to put it out to other people. I want to put the money towards charities. Like, I want to start putting things that I get towards charities. I want to help other people out, even if it's just local charitable causes, people being hurt, being injured, need pulling out of the dark, people that are on the streets. Anything I can do, that's what we all should be doing, every one of us. If we all forgave, then there'd be no one taking. I've got a little one, you might like this one. In fact, you will like this one. I'll be shocked if you don't. I'll give it to you anyway, just in case. Right, so what's right for receiving should be received rightfully. What's right is for receiving, and what's right for receiving should be enough. And whatever's left over is left for giving. Left for giving, and say your left is for forgiving. Maybe forgiving is also pushing away, because it's your feminine hand. And when you push away with your feminine hand, your feminine's your right hand side of your brain, left hand body. Your feminine's your left hand side, yeah. If you push them away with your left hand, you push them away soft. That means you got room for forgiveness, you can pull them back. So right for receiving, what's right is for receiving, and whatever you're receiving should be enough, and whatever's left over should be left for forgiving, to give. Because whatever you got left over that's spilling over top should be given, because it's not needed. We don't need 14 cars, we don't need 2 airplanes, 2 private jets, and a fucking 20 Lamborghinis. We don't need more rooms than there is people. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just excessive, and it's not moderate. And if it's not moderate, then where's the mode? Where's the modem? Where's the medium? Where's the middle ground? Where is all the M's? Where is it to be found? Where's man? Where is man? Where is man's head at? When he's got too much and he's got more than enough, and he's just fucking lavishing it around. And I'm not saying they haven't worked hard for it, but there's a lot of them that haven't, and they've had it given to them, and it's been through inheritance, and it's not even their inheritance, it's someone else's, someone other family's taken, and started fucking warring on us, and putting fucking lines down, and drawing boundaries, and dividing us, and sectioning us off, and isolating us, and killing us. That's what they're fucking doing. So yeah, I'm fucking passionate about it. Don't get too emotional, Smudge, because I'll start fucking roaring. Anyway. Right, so the birth certificate is a contract, a silent deal that turns living souls into corporate fiction. So you are not the name. You use the name to identify yourself, but it's not your vessel. You cannot hold your name in your hand. You cannot put your name in your pocket. You can write on a piece of paper, but it's not an authentic piece of paper that's been signed by the government, and therefore it's not a legally binding certificate. They want your name in their trust. They want your trust. They want your name. They want your placenta, your twin, in their possession, so they can control you on the stock exchange. You are not the name. When you get called and summons to court, they are summons in the dead. You are classed as a dead entity to them until you class yourself as a living man or living woman. Yeah, man. So So you are not the name, and we should all be claiming the name back. I put them documents up the other day, and I've got some more documents coming. So, and we should all be signing them and putting them in the right places, the right fucking arseholes, non-entities, dead entities, corporate fictions. We should be all giving it to them, because you are not a corporation, therefore you are not a dead entity. You are not a business, and therefore they cannot contract with you, because you are a living being. You are a living being, born as a whole truth and nothing but the truth, as a zygote. The first thing that happens in your mum's womb when you are born, or when you are created, is your dad's egg and your mum's egg, or your dad's sperm, your mum's egg, and it creates. I'm good, me, Graham. I'm absolutely amazing, bro. I'm great. We should all be great. It's the whole truth and nothing but the truth. It is the perfect ring. You are in the ring. You are the egg. There's no lies in it, because how would you become you if you was built on just lies? You couldn't, and you wouldn't. So I've got like 10% left, but I'll keep going. So that's you're being traded on the stock market, and you're worth your weight in gold. You're actually born with gold inside your body, like particles of gold. You are golden, worth your weight in gold. In fact, the way your placenta, place, enter, place, center, you enter this place in the placenta, and you will enter this play to be in a place, enter, place, enter, the placenta. Makes sense? I hope it does. Right, so God is not outside of us. The true G host, ghost, lives in the heart and speaks through feeling. Think of this: you have got the spirit within. The spirit literally is around your body. The breath, the Holy Spirit, is breathing inwards and outwards, upwards and downwards, and backwards and forwards, with every single stroke of the tongue, every single beat of the heart that powers the tongue. And what powers both the tongue and the heart is the breath. Now, what they're trying to do? They're trying to take the breath away. They're trying to charge you for the oxygen, not the oxygen, the carbon dioxide you're breathing out, which means they're trying to charge you for the carbon dioxide that you're breathing in, the oxygen you're breathing in. So think of it this way: if they can charge what's coming out, they're charging what's going in. That means they're charging you for breathing. Now they're charging you to live, to actually just live. Even just laying there breathing, they're going to try and fucking charge you. Yeah, Kai, I'm good, man. Good. Yeah, I'm good. Thank you, bro. And yeah, it's crazy times, brother. There's a lot of death happening around us now, and hopefully it'll wake people up. It's not nice to say, but it's true, man. You know, that's when we all start to meet up again. Isn't it? When people die, people start to meet up again, and you know, I think it's going to start happening a lot more often. And this is where we need to start conversing and speaking on what's really going on. Cancer's on the rise massively. We knew this was going to happen anyway. We've been speaking about this for a long time, and this is all part of the plan. But yeah, I hope you're good, brother. Laws and boundaries are meant to be broken, otherwise they wouldn't have put them there. Yes, you know the fucking score, brother. Matt, you alright, brother? You good? Catch you later, brother. Yep, catch you later, Graham. I'll come see you when I'm back in Leeds, but I haven't been for a little while. I hope you're all good. Love to Reese, and I'm glad he's passed his test as well. Tell Matt I said well done. Be cruising around now, fucking the skateboard. Right, so God is not outside of us. God needs us as much as we need God. Without us, God cannot experience what He's experiencing. You know, through every single one of us, He experiences our emotional feelings, our experiences of hate and love and anger and anguish. He experiences it all through every single one of us. God is omnipresent, and God is everywhere. That means that He knows what you're going to do next. He knew what you're going to do from the start. He knew what you're going to do till the end, and therefore don't live in fear. It says it in the Bible 365 times. Do not live in fear. Do not fear. So that's a big thing, isn't it? 365 times, 360 days of the year, 365 days a year, and 365 times it says, do not fear. Right, so law is spiritual first: land, air, and water. Vibrationary frequencies of water, air, and solid. Alright, so everything's got a vibration to it, and everything holds its density, including oxygen. So we are, and it is land, air, and water law. And they've been trying to take it from us by taking our land, our air, and now they've got us in the water law, maritime law, land, air, water. We are the Lord. the Lord of the Ring. So, religion has hidden the truth. The Christ within is a crystallized code of consciousness. You have got everything you need inside you. You're that intelligent when you're first born. You can literally, when you're eating what you're eating, you suck on the nipple. You know what to do straight away. You know where the nipple is. That's instincts. That's instincts. You've got the intelligence. You've got the intuition. You've got all the stuff that starts inside. Everything starts inside. We are the product. We are the produce. Belief is creation. What we accept as true becomes the foundations of our world. So we better start believing in better. We better start believing in a better world, in a better place, in a peaceful world, and speaking the peace. Because think of this, right? If your words are that powerful and they're spelling on each other, then if we all spelt upon each other in a good way and we all said good things, not bad things, we didn't slag each other down, and we resolved our issues and forgive, then imagine what you'd gain from that. Imagine if you only speak of wars and wars happen. If I speak about John don't know that I'm going to give an answer tomorrow or next week or whatever, then when he sees me, he's going to want to fight as well. He's like, I'm hearing this, I'm hearing that. You said you're going to do this to me, you said you'd do that to me. I'm like, no, I didn't. But I did. And if I did say that, then I should be expecting grief back. I should be expecting him to get his missiles out and fucking start firing off, you know what I'm saying? So if we speak bad things happen. If we speak good things happen. Let's check my charge on this, because I'm going to go off this. So, you motherfucker. Give me a second, guys. If this goes off, I do apologise. Here we are. Let's get back to the seat, guys. Are you there? Oh, I've still got 8 on. We're holding your attention. Attention spans are good. I've been trying to build my attention span. It's not fucking easy. I've destroyed it. I've destroyed it. Oh, that's good. So, we're still there. Jamie, good? So I'm going to get through this list. I want to get through the full list, because why not? Alright. I hope that you can stick with me while I'm going through this. It really is appreciated that you're giving me the time. Of course, not everyone's got the time for people anymore, so I hope. Right, okay, here we are. We're back on now. Right, so moving on. And I'm doing a podcast again now, and I'm going to be sticking with them. I got one on Saturday with a podcast that's getting like 8 million views. So we can get these words out, you know. It's not just me that's speaking like this. There's a lot of people speaking like this. I've got a lot of people that I'm meeting now that are fully on the path of understanding and overstanding the system to be able to spread them little seeds, you know. Because when you don't even know what broadcast means, the word broadcast means to sow seeds, like farmers to broadcast the seeds, yeah. And when they're casting their broadcastings, they're casting little seeds of doubt, of hate, of fear, of all the negativity. And that's what broadcasters do. You know, news broadcasters are literally there fucking us up, because you know, the spreaders of propaganda, having a propaganda at it. Oh, what's this? What's that? See what I mean? So let's have a little look. What's the next one? Next one I wrote down is trauma creates programs, mental slavery. 1 second. Let's see where we are. Back to it. Here we are. Are you there still, guys? So, trauma creates programs. So when you're in front of a TV and you're being traumatized by the shit you're seeing, and your body doesn't really fully understand.
Stay in the right 2 lanes.
Because, you know, as a children, you know, there's a lot of hidden messages, subliminal messages. There's a lot of satanic stuff going on in there. Now your mind sees it all. Your mind sees absolutely everything. Your eyes might not, but your brain does. It picks up on all the extra frequencies that your eyes are getting engaging. So that means that from a young age, children are being traumatized and programmed by everything they see, hear, touch, feel, sense, smell. Everything that's around them that's not of good to their bodies is traumatizing them. We're all born into bondage, bond age, the age of bonding to traumas, trauma bonding. All right. So beware. Being awake and being in our truest form is a lonely journey. But the universe shows us this shows this, and we either learn from that or we go around in circles until we learn the lessons. We have all setbacks. It's natural. But being aware of it is when you know you're one step closer to listening to your inner self. Go on, Jodie. Bang on that. Bang on. So yeah, if you want to take a read of that, well explained. So traumas, man, and that means we have to recognise the trauma. the response, which is what I've been doing of late, you know, and I've been pointed out a lot of things. The stuff that I said the other day, there was a lot of traumas in there, and I got up online and I said what I said, and a lot of it was my perception, it was my my view of it, my journey, my footsteps took me to that point where I felt I was hard done by, I was getting shat on, you know, all the bad things, and actually it wasn't as bad as I thought it was. And I'd actually created a lot of the problems for myself, and I'm looking at this a lot more now than ever, because it's literally ruining relationships with people and friends and family, and you know, we've all got this. Every one of us have all been damaged in some way. And you know what? Like I'm being fully authentic with you when I'm telling you this stuff, and it's hard to be authentic in an unauthentic world. It's hard to be real in a world full of fakes. So when I'm putting this out there, you know, it takes a lot of energy, it takes a lot of emotional intelligence. So yeah, and I hope we can all do that, you know, and I think eventually that will happen. You know, people they're gonna really wake up to this fucking craziness, and how we've all been fucked over and bummed over, quite literally. Yeah, man. So healing starts with awareness, self-awareness. We must unlearn to remember who we are. Fact, you've all been walking around in your skin suit with an ego, and not everyone's got a bad ego. Some people got great egos, you know. Some people, you know, and some people hide their ego really well. But when you recognise that you've got an ego, when you recognise that you've got some sort, I mean, you need an ego. Like, we all need ego, because without ego you haven't got personality. Without ego you haven't got goals and things you want to achieve. That might be different to someone else. Might go, look at him, ego, because he wants to go do that. No, actually, that's his path. So, Guru Amar Das Smith. You can call me the Dean Cypher. Dean Cypher. I'm the Cypher. I've been deciphering a lot of this shit for a long time now. Not as long as some, but I've done well. You know, I'm getting through it, and I'm learning fast as we do. And you do things 21 times or 21 days in a row, and it becomes you. It starts to be just something you resonate with, and you know, repetition, you know, creates your personality. Personality creates your reality. So yeah. Right, okay, so next one. So healing starts with awareness, sorry. So we must unlearn to remember. You must unlearn the things that you've been taught, mostly, because most of it's shit. Most of it's just there to lock you down and lock you in, to lock you down, to block you, to be held back and held down in hell, wanting to heal, yeah? So I get a whoop. Woo! There we go. Yeah, got a few pairs over there. So get a bit of a whoop going. Woo woo. Anyway, so moving on. It's police. Anyway, so next, water and earth align with divine law and health. So yeah. I think that means, like, drink good water, consciousness, and ground yourself. You are all alive. Put your hands up if you're alive. Give me a love out if you're alive. Give me a love so I know you're alive. You're not a bot on here. Give me a. Why is that still on? Turn this off. Yeah, turn. Yeah. Give me a hands up or something. Give me something so I know you're alive. Just so I'm checking. Who's got it? Come on, interactions. I'm going to start begging you on for it now. Come on, please. Begging you. Yeah, there we go. So we've got one at least. I love that. Someone's alive. So if you're alive, what do you do with alive? A live wire. Now, ego means edge God out. Because if we all thought we were God, then we'd have no ego, and we'd all be like Christ. And Christ had no ego on it. You know what I mean? So you need ego for separation. Separation for you to rate someone separate. To rate someone differently to you, not worse, not better, just to rate them, you know, to observe them, to see the strengths and weaknesses in them. You see your own strengths and weaknesses, you can see someone else's strengths and weaknesses. You can't recognise someone else if you can't recognise yourself. If you're not self-aware, how can you be aware of someone else? You got to know yourself to know others. And if you're not taught about yourself or don't know about yourself, then why the fuck even speaking to anyone else? Why the fuck you talking to anyone if you don't know yourself? If you don't know yourself that much or that well enough, then, you know, you ain't got a voice, you ain't got legs to stand on. Right, so what we're saying is you're alive. You are alive. And what they've got on your soles of your feet, they put rubber on there to disconnect you You need to reconduct yourself and be the orchestra to orchestrate your own world with your own wand, to speak your truth and speak your reality into existence. We're all here as creators. And I'll tell you how I know this, because can you see my words come out of my mouth now? Please, I need interaction on this, so if you're here, interact please. Can you see my words coming out of my mouth now? Can you actually see them? Anyone? Give me thumbs down if you can't see them. Thumbs down if you can't see my words coming out of my mouth. Yeah? Anyone? Is your internet slow? Been paying your bills? What's going on here? Right, you can't see my words, can you? But if I start to explain a story of, I don't know, anything, there's a duck in the pond there and it's bobbing up and down, it's spinning around, it's having a bit of a disco dance. As soon as I say them things, you start to imagine that in your mind. That means I'm creating in your mind. So they're not invisible, they're visible, they're invisible. If I speak of a man walking down the road and I don't give him a background, then all he's doing is swinging his legs. But then if I give a background, then you've got a picture in your mind, and that's me creating in your mind for your imagination. So my words create imagination, whilst your inner voice creates your imagination. We imagine in shapes, shines, silhouettes, we imagine in words. You know what I mean? We imagine like this. So if word is God and God is word, and they're trying to take your words from you so you can't speak to each other, you can't even speak to yourself. Fucking hell, what belong before they got the thought police, and now you can't even think for yourself, because if you think of anything else that goes against their system, now you're a criminal, because they want to criminalise speech. No freedom of speech, that's what they want, but we're not going to give them that, because if you've got to keep talking, you've got to keep speaking, you've got to get louder and louder and prouder and prouder, because if you're not speaking your fucking truth, the only thing that'll be left behind is a lie. That is it, just a lie. And then we'll all lay down and we'll all lie to die, and we'll all die and lie. And we'll all be lying and dying every fucking way. Lying to ourselves and lying to each other. So, speak your fucking truth, man. I'm not asking you, I'm telling you. I'm joking. Do what you want, but speak your truth. Right, okay, so words are powerful. Energy, emotion, or energy, emotion, because En means in. I enjoy. You're not enjoying, you're enjoying. You're not envoying, you're invoying, you're voyaging. So everything that's En is in. So everything is in. Instincts, intuition, like I said before. So energy, emotion, heart, which is the core of everything, the apple core. Then you got the mind, frequency, thought, which is your brain, your electrical pattern. So you got heart, which is energy, the electrical sound wave, and then the voice, the vibration, the actual infrared infrastructure of the words that create the world around you. Yeah, and it's happening. You're not fucking wrong. Forking, not fucking, forking. Fornicate under the consent of the king. So, next one, system. The system is a system. It blocks the natural flow of life with rules and poisons. So block, to be locked, blocked. Alright, locking you. And at the end of a word, a suffix, which is the end part of the word, like meant or I don't know, is or y is in like at the end of a discovery. These are all different parts of the spell, yeah. So, you know, if you go look up what the suffix really means, like I don't know, ed, I think that means ed, as in ed, as in the end, the head. ER, emergency room, or her, sister, daughter, ER, daughter, her, daughter, the emergency room, emergency, to emergency, or to the urgency, to have the urge to go and see is the urgency, and to have the emergency is the thing you need to go and look at, to emerge and see. Do you see what I'm saying? Edge God out. God, generate, operate, destroy, guide our direction, and there's a few others, but yeah, I believe God's an acronym as well. It's a title and an acronym. I believe in Yahweh, Yahuwah, Yeshua. There's quite a few actually for the breath, and that's what spirit is, the breath. Yahweh. Right, so our children are the key. They come in pure. They come in pure, and we must protect their imagination. Their imagination is key. If you sit your child in front of a TV that's just spewing all the shit out to them, that's the world they're going to believe in, and that's the world they're going to grow up in, and that's the world they're going to speak of. And when they speak of that world, they're speaking that world into existence. So, you know, when people are not fully getting it yet, and I do mean this. I mean, you know, a little bit of TV. We're living in modern times, and things are changing, but they're not changing fast. So, you know, they're gonna have withdrawal symptoms, so to speak. But they really do not need to be sat in front of that TV watching shit that doesn't help them. Think of it, right? It's literally corrupting the mind. It's poison to the mind. Some of the stuff they're watching now, without any sort of guidance, without any sort of limitations, is literally causing neurological problems, like massively. And then you get someone who says, "Oh, but my child's neurodivergent." Well, you're putting them in front of a neurological fucking poison right there and then. You're literally poisoning your children. While she's saying about doing this and doing that, you're literally putting them in front of a screen that's projecting shit images into the mind.